I'm going to talk about Mississippi State quarterback Blake Shapen and recap his performance against Mississippi State's win against Arizona State. We're going to look at maybe 3 or 4 clips of his best throws at the end of the video. It'll be broadcast footage. But before we do, let's talk about these 3 or 4 takeaways and why and how Shapen was able to have some success. Before we look at these takeaways, let's talk about how we recapped it. How did we preview it and then compare it to what Shapen actually did. So before the game in our preview, we thought for Shapen to win, he would have to do exactly what he did against Southern Miss and then some. He'd have to play how he did against Southern Miss and then play a little bit better against better competition. And he did, and he improved. He played better than he did against Southern Miss, and it was against better competition. Another key, we said he would have to eliminate the turnovers because he had, 2 turnovers against Southern Miss, including a fumble and a pick, maybe 2 picks. I can't remember exactly. I have it somewhere. But regardless, we said he would have to eliminate the turnovers, and he did. No picks, no fumbles, kept the ball. Last key, he would have to convert on big downs, red zone, third downs late in the game. We thought he would have to convert on some big throws to win. At the beginning of the game, when they were up 17-0, it looked like he wasn't going to have to. Then fast forward to the end of the game, and he doesn't get much bigger than the throw he made to win the game. So he definitely did all of that. Blake Shapen, 19 of 33, 279 yards passing, 8.5 yards per attempt, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Start with a huge first drive, huge first half, jumped out. And then the second half momentum totally shifted. Mississippi State wasn't able to do much offensively. They weren't able to finish drives. And they found a way to win at the very end. So the ability to respond from Shapen and from the team, the ability to bounce back, the ability to look past a slow second half, that could be culture changing. This win could really be culture changing. So let's go to 3 main takeaways that Shapen was able to do on the field that I think was huge and allowed Mississippi State to win. First takeaway, main takeaway, he made them pay against the blitz. They didn't blitz very often. According to PFF, they only blitzed 14% of Blake Shapen's dropbacks. And of those 14 of those dropbacks, I think 6 of his 33 attempts were on play action. 3 of his 19 completions were off of play action. But he was 3 of 6. I'm sorry, not off play action, against the blitz. He was 3 of 6 against the blitz for 119 yards and 2 touchdowns. He had 16 completions outside the blitz. His yards per attempt on the completions when they weren't blitzing were 5.9. His yards per attempt when they did blitz was 19.8. So the ability to have big plays against the blitz. Key number 2, success in play action and straight drop back throws. He's able to have success regardless what type of scheme passing play it was. Against play action, he was 5 of 9 for 90 yards, 10 yards per attempt, and a touchdown. Not bad at all, right? Against whenever he had a straight drop back, no play action, 14 of 24, $189, 2 touchdowns, 7.9 yards per attempt, 0 interceptions. So he was able to have success regardless what type of passing scheme it was. And then the last key, it was the ability to read the defense, whether he was on the run, which he did this some to make an accurate throw, or just the ability to drop back pass, read the defense. He did this especially in the opening drive, and then later on was able to read the defense and make accurate throws that led to taking care of the ball. It led to taking what the defense gave him, and eventually it led to 2 huge passing plays, 2 plays where the ball was thrown 20 yards or more downfield, and that was all they needed to win the game. One of my favorite games that I watched this whole season, or this whole weekend so far. Again, great game for Shapen. We got 3 or 4 clips that we're going to watch. If you haven't seen this channel before, we're a big SEC quarterback hub. We talk all things SEC quarterback. So we have some broadcast footage that we'll dive into. We have to slow it down. I do apologize, but does a good enough job demonstrating his 3 best throws, or his 3 throws that fit what he was able to do to have success. So let's go ahead and check out these 3 clips, and then we'll wrap the video up. I'm Mississippi State fans. This is broadcast footage. I do have to slow it down. I do apologize. It's not the best quality. That's why we don't do a ton of film breakdowns anymore. But I think there's a good enough job getting the point across here. So I do have to slow it down. It doesn't do the best job, but we get to watch it here. So we got 1 top high. This is opening drive. It's 1st and 10. We're going to see this is Shapen's ability to read the defense, seeing one thing pre-snap, come to the right side, seeing something else post-snap, and able to deliver a nice ball that ends up being a touchdown here. The ability to read the defense, right? He's right here. He sees both these DBs sit here. Boom. Nice, easy read, but still a good example, a great way to start the game. Let me move my face. Great way to start the game, deliver a nice ball. It ends up being a touchdown here, right? That's one of our main takeaways. The ability to read the defense, the ability to push the ball downfield, something he did. It was a huge start here. Again, he played exactly like he did against Southern Miss and then some, which led them to a win here. So a good example here, reading the defense, delivering it for a good ball. Is that to Evans, if I believe correctly? All right, next clip. My favorite clip my favorite throw, maybe the whole weekend. Like, this was awesome. It was a great job by the receiver tracking it. It was like a center fielder. But it was a great throw by Shapen. You're going to see Arizona State blitzes. It was the perfect time to dial up a deep throw. Again, only 3 completions off when the defense blitzed, only 6 attempts. And he completed 3 of them. 2 of them were touchdowns, 119, I think, yards on 3 completions. I mean, this throw is freaking awesome. Just throw it to space, throw it to grass, let your speed burner, I forget his name, but the fastest guy in college football, the broadcast was saying, right, Brandon Thompson, let him go catch it. Ends up being a great throw, great catch. Again, we're at SEC quarterback hubs. We don't know all the receivers and tight ends. We watch all the games on mute. But regardless, that was a hell of a throw, hell of a catch by their receiver. Again, 3 completions when they blitzed, 119 yards, 19.8 yards per attempt. They only blitzed on 14% of his dropbacks, and he made them pay. I think that was the most crucial part, one of the main reasons why they had success, making them pay when they blitz. And then the last clip here, having success on big throws, having success on big opportunities. It doesn't get much bigger than 3rd and 9 in the 4th quarter, down by 3. Great job protecting. You see a delayed blitz here, and then the receiver's able to win. Great. They're kind of similar to that first touchdown, actually, in a sense. And then the speed burner's able to catch it and get upfield for a touchdown there, right? Again, having to make big plays. We thought he would have to make a big throw, several big throws, 3rd down, red zone, whatever it was. It doesn't get bigger than 4th, and then a 4th quarter throw down by 3, less than a minute left in the game here. So Blake Shapen, again, 19 of 33, 270 yards, is that what we said? 290 yards, whatever it was, passing, several touchdowns here, demonstrating a good job against the blitz, demonstrating the ability to read the defense, take care of the football, and did good off play action and on straight drop back throws, which we saw here. So if you're a Mississippi State fan, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What did you think of Shapen's performance? Give me your thoughts, positives, negatives, whatever. Again, we're a big SEC quarterback hub. We talk all things SEC quarterbacks, previews, recaps. We have a cool thing coming up, a cool partnership that we're doing with a nice, cool group where we'll be able to give out game recaps, PDF files. So if you're interested, let us know. It'll be a much deeper breakdown than these quick videos. It's going to be a PDF sent via email, recapping the game the day after the game. We're going to be sending this out via email. It'll be kind of, when we were in college, we had these game recaps, these game reports. We're sending it just on the quarterbacks, on Blake Shapen, and then game previews. So say Mississippi State plays Team X, we'll preview the keys that Blake Shapen needs to do to have success against this defense. We'll also preview the defense and what we think the defense is going to do to have success against Shapen. It'll be all in a PDF, broken down, will look really nice. So that's something that's interesting to you. Let us know, because we're going to start creating the list and creating the subscription process that way. If you like this video, please like the video, share, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. It helps us grow. We'll see you next time. Peace.